Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't tells it like a T I here. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 9. The episode is titled, the episode is titled, Love is in the Fast Lane. Uh, it started off with Gizelle meeting her daughters at the ice cream shop, and they ordered some ice cream, and she was telling her daughters that you know that she was so distraught by their grandfather passing away, and she was saying she was so distraught that Adora had to take over calling people and letting other people know and other relatives and stuff. She said, yeah, 'cause she called me when I was at school, when I was at college. That's what Grace was saying. And so she was saying that she wanted to make sure that everything was right by them as far as that. And she was saying that her daddy always wanted to give her, or she's trying to give her daughters, generational wealth. And she was saying that it's some woman who's claiming that by her taking care of her daddy and stuff, that that he left a will, and she has the will, and he willed her everything. And she was saying now the last time she talked to her daddy when he was in his right mind, he wanted to make sure that his granddaughters were taken care of. She said he would always tell her that. So she said she's getting her a lawyer, and she's gonna try to fight this. And she was saying that's why she wanted to talk to her ex-husband Jamal and make sure he's got the girls well taken care of, because she's told the girls, I'm going to look out for y'all. I'm going to have you well taken care of, but I want to make sure that your father is doing the same thing. And then Grace said, yeah, I hate that this happened. I hate that this happened. And she was saying, Mom, is any way that you can find out and get this? And she said, that's why I'm trying to fight. That's why I'm trying to fight it. And then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Stacy going to see TJ. To me, I think this was a waste of space. They could have did something else, but I guess they didn't have too many people to film that day. I don't know. But anyway, she went over there and she told him that how the ladies were talking about their relationship, and how the ladies didn't like the way he was treating her and doing her and stuff like that. And so he said, well, why are you worried about people that don't even mean anything to our relationship? This relationship is between you and me, between you and me. And she said, yeah, it is between me and you. And he said, oh, by the way, I didn't like the way you would treat me at Wendy's party. And Stacey said, what do you mean how I was treating you? You were ignoring me. You were talking to any and everybody but me. She said, but TJ, when I came over there, you walked away and you said you was talking to the other people. She said, if you feel like I ignored you, I was not trying to ignore you. She said, if that's the way you feel, well, I'm sorry. I was saying this man is manipulating Stacy all kind of ways. I remember when Stacy tried to talk to him at the table, and then he told her don't touch and all that kind of stuff and stuff like that. He said, well, okay. She said, well, I just came to tell you some questions about us, about what's going on. He said, yeah, what's going to be going on? Don't you say you got court and you got to go to mediation? She said, yeah, I go to mediation tomorrow and stuff like that. And I hope everything works out in my favor. I think I want everything to work in my favor. She said, I hope it work out in your favor too. And she said the ladies don't think that me and you should be dating, since I'm still technically married, and I'm going through a divorce and mediation. So we don't. And so he said, well. I have no problem. I have no problem with dating you and stuff like that. This is our relationship. This is our relationship. She said, they say since we're not having an intimate relationship, maybe I should start dating other people. She said, would you mind me dating other people, TJ? Would you still be interested in me still be in a relationship? He said, well, I'm gonna put it like this, Stacey. I don't think so. I don't think so. We could still probably be friends as we are now, but as far as being in a romantic relationship together, if you start dating other people, I'll just have to bow. I'll just have to bow. I said, you need to be bowing out right now. I said, cause you making this woman look like a complete fool on this TV screen. And so I switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Wendy meeting her sister at the restaurant, and she was telling her sister that she's so scared to tell her mama that she quit the university. And she's gonna work on her podcast, do other business. She said, "Cause I know mom always wanted me to go to college, go to college." She said, "But I have gone to college. I got my 4 degrees. I did everything mom wanted me to do. Now it's time me to do myself." And when the sister said, "Well, I hope she takes it right. I hope she don't be upset, but but you know how mom is and stuff." She said, "But I just can't keep living my life for mom, live my life for mom." She said, "I hope mom don't be too upset." She said, "Because we have doctors in our family, we have lawyers, we have all kind of professionals. Well, why she don't want me to do what I want to?" So when the mama came from the thing, she asked him, "How y'all doing? How y'all doing?" She said, "I'm doing all right." And then when the mother said, where's my stuff? Have you sent it yet?" I said, "That's the first thing you asked me, Wendy, did she still send the money yet?" Wendy said, "Yeah, yeah, you should." And then so she said, "Well, what's going on?" She said, "Mom, I hope you don't be too sad and too disappointed in me, but I quit the university and I'm not a professor anymore. I'm going to work on my podcast and my own stuff." "What? You quit the university, you quit the school, you had all that schooling I told you." And she said, "Well, mom, I just can't keep doing everything that you do. And I got 4 degrees. I needed more time to spend with my husband and my kids, and that's another reason why I quit I quit being a teacher and a professor in school. And then and then I was also on TV. I was also on TV. I was also doing that." Say, "Oh, when you disappoint me." You just say, "Well, mom, what you mean I disappoint you?" "I want you to stay there." I said, "This old woman living vicariously through her daughter. Her daughter got 4 degrees for her. Her daughter in Woodbury, she don't want Wendy to do nothing." And then so Wendy said, "Well, I already did it, mom." And she said, "Well, okay." She got kind of sad. And then switched to the next scene. And the next scene was Gizelle and Ashley going into I guess they got on some dating website or they found some kind of dating website that both of them was going dating. Ashley would be in one booth talking to men, and Giselle would be in another. And Giselle said, "Who are these people so young?" And then they finally showed Giselle with Josh, and she asked Josh, "What are you looking for?" He said, "I'm looking for a woman, a date, somebody to go out with, somebody to be, like a to go out with me, and we can experiment and we can see what's going on." He said, "Well, that's fine." And then he said, "But you you're not my type, Josh. I think you're a little bit too young for me." He said, "Well, okay, I'm just." Next thing you know, they showed Josh with Ashley, and Ashley was asking Joshua, "What are you looking for? And what are you doing? Now have you?" He said, "Well, right now I'm just trying to see what's out here. I'm just trying to get back in the dating pool, but back into stuff and stuff like that." And next thing you know, they showed this other man named Naeem something. You talking about, oh, he liked Giselle. Giselle said, "Well, I think he a little bit okay. He kind of more up to my speed, but uh, uh, I'll just I'll just see what happened at this." So when they got back to the person, he said, "Well, which one did y'all pick out?" I guess it was the host. Zell said, "Well, I didn't like any of them too much, but if I would have to choose one, I think Naeem would be more my speed and more my target." He said, "Oh," he said, "What about you, Ashley?" She said, "Josh. Josh would be more my speed." He said, "Oh, Josh can be do more of your speed." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Would y'all like to try to have a date with any one of them?" And then Giselle said, "Not right now, maybe in the future." And then Ashley said, "Well, I would like for you to set up a date with me and Josh and see how things go. I wouldn't mind going on a date with Josh." And so next thing you know, they showed they showed Ashley going on a date with Josh, and they went to this restaurant, and they were throwing like corns in a cup or something like that. And then Ashley missed the corn and said, "Oh, let's take a break. Let's sit down and take a break." He said, "Yeah, let's take a break." He said, "What you want? You want some wine or champagne or a beer?" He said, "Well, I'll just take a glass of wine." I said, "I'll take a glass of wine too." She said, "When I sit down," and she said, Josh, like I told you in the meet and greet, that I'm just recently getting a divorce, and I told you that I had 2 kids, and I told you I'm just, I'm just looking around, to see what's out there. He said, like I told you, I'm doing the same thing. And she said from what, from what I can just about, I want to get to know you a little bit. I want to get to know you better. He said the same thing to me, same thing to me. She said, I told you that I am going through a divorce and I have 2 kids. He said, yeah, you told me. So you dating anybody now? He said, no, not right now. She said, have you been dating somebody in the past? He said, yeah, I dated somebody in the past. That's about 2 years ago. And we ain't been dating since. She said, oh, okay. And she said, what are you looking for in a woman, Josh? He said, I'm looking for a woman that's smart, that's intelligent, that's family oriented, and like to be my person. Oh, and like to ride horse. Said, oh, that's right at my alley. Me and you already have something in common. I like to ride horses, and I told you about I had 2 children, so that means I'm family oriented and stuff like that. And I do like to ride horses. Oh yeah, we do have a little bit in common and stuff like that. And so he said, "Oh, by the way, Ashley, the reason why I kind of broke up with my other girlfriend because she found out I had cancer." She said, "Oh, you got cancer?" He said, "I had cancer, but it's in remission." She said, "Oh, you're so young to have cancer and stuff like that." He said, "Yeah, it do happen for young people." And she said, "That just shows how strong and resilient you are," and stuff like that. Then switch to the next scene, and the next scene was Mia in the kitchen, uh, talking to her kids, and she said, "Do y'all know or do y'all understand that that both of your parents are living? Excuse me. Let me pause. Go back now." And they said, "Yeah." And then she said, "Well, sometimes in a marriage, certain things don't work out, and sometimes parents have to live in 2 separate places and stuff like that. I just want y'all to understand that." They said, "Yeah," and then they said, "Do you understand that your mommy has a new friend now, a new friend Ink?" And then both of them said, "Yeah." And she said, "Yeah. Do y'all really understand?" He said, "Yeah." "Do y'all like Ink?" They said, "Yeah, he okay." And he said, and then she said, "Oh, okay, so y'all like him?" They said, "Yeah, okay." And he said, "Well, you know that stuff." And then and then me as a little girl said, "Yeah, I like Ink, but he not my dad." She said, "No, no, Ink is not trying to be your dad. I'm just letting you know he come around." And right when he said that, right when she said that, that's when Gordon walked in, and Gordon said, "What's going on? What y'all talking about?" And then Mia said, "Well, I was just explaining to the kids that why we living in separate apartments and why you come to pick them up and you had to bring them back to me." And I also explained to them about ink. And he said, "Well, like I said, we already discussed it. We already discussed that. When it come down to the kids, it's just me and you. That's why I'm trying to explain to them that we doing the co-parenting thing now. That's why they have to go from one place to another place. And I just want them to understand that and stuff like that." And stuff like that. And so she said, "Kids, go in the room and play," because she was making cookies for them, and she made some cookies. They went in the room and play. And he said, "Gordon, that's why I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about the co-parents and co-parents stuff." He said, "Like I told you, me and you could co-parent and we could live in the same place and stuff like that." She said, but in order for us to co-parent, you know that Ika's gonna be around. Me and Ika's in a relationship now." He said, "Like I told you, when it comes to the kids, I'll be around. But I don't agree with that relationship with you and Ink. And I told you I'm not gonna be filming with you and Ink. I'm only gonna film with you and my kids, you and my kids." He said, "But Gordon, how we gonna work things out? You keep on acting like this." He said, "Nah, I told you I don't agree with that relationship. I don't accept that relationship because me and you are still married." And stuff like that. He said, "Gordon, no stop." He said, "I told you I'm not gonna accept that relationship, and that's it." Next thing you know, the episode went off, and the words was coming across the stream and stuff like that. I don't know Mia. I don't know why Mia is trying to make Gordon accept this relationship and stuff like that. And it's like she went from using Gordon's mental health back to the kids, back to Gordon again. And that's why a lot of people say they really don't believe Mia, and Mia's telling all these kinds of stories and stuff like that. So I guess Mia thinking that if for some reason Carol don't come back, she'll probably step in and try to make up all these fake and false stories that they ain't nobody believing. And I've been watching Potomac, like I said, since it came on off and on there, and I'm on only episode 9. I think in real time they're either on 14 or 15. But from the stuff that I've been seeing, some episodes are hit or miss. Some episodes are good, some episodes are not. So I have mixed results about this and stuff like that. I'll try to catch up as fast as I can, but if the next episode is lackluster, then I'll probably skip on to the next episode or to the season finale because I know it's close to a reunion and stuff because they already put out the chart. That's all I have for this video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tilted like a TI is. I am out.